Hey, happy new year. 2025 Close CRM demo. I'm Sam Queen with the Close Doctor team. I'm going to give you a click by click, step by step inside of a brand new Close CRM account. You're going to get my favorite pieces of tech going into 2025. You're going to get my top automations and workflows you should be using in 2025. You're going to see behind the scenes of some of the very accounts that we manage. And if you watch this whole demo and you're new to this whole thing and you're like, oh, I really don't want to do all that by myself. You want to work with someone like me, I'll leave a link down in the description so you can book a call. And most importantly, if you're watching this video because you're new to Close CRM or you're trying to make a decision, is Close CRM right for my business? You're going to get that answer as well. And if you're not here because you want to sell more things, that's what Close CRM is so good at. World class at compared to other CRM. If you're not here because you want to sell more things, exit the video now. But if you are here to learn about every single feature, every single button you can click inside of Close CRM, and the best practices that go along with those features, how to remove decision fatigue, how to remove one less click from your sales process, how to get the metrics you're looking for every step of your sales process, then Close CRM is for you. And let's dive into a brand new account setup. Here I am on a login screen. I am going to create a brand new account from scratch. If you've already done this part of the process, skip to this timestamp here on your screen. So I'm going over to sign up. What's nice to Close, you get a 14-day trial, no credit card required. So you can build everything I'm about to show you inside of this video. I'm going to sign up with Sam Queen, and let's see if I can get an email that works here. All right, email connected, password connected, all your sales in one place. Connect your email and calendar. This is where you would connect your Google Calendar or any other calendar provider if you had one. For now, I'll do this later. I need to go verify my email, so give me 1 second. Our email has been verified, where it's going to ask us for our phone number. How'd you hear about us? Close Doctor, Sam Queen, if you're new to this, or there might be a link down in the description for you to sign up for a trial. If you do sign up with that link in the description, it does help me out a little bit. What are we looking to do? We'll put in our company name, Close Doctor Demo 2025, our website, www.closedoctor.com, our team size, our sales team, our industry, and where our leads are at today. I haven't signed up for a brand new account in a while, but this is a nice little new feature that when you send new invites, you can set what people are going to join as, what level of permissions. When you log into a brand new Close account, you're going to get met with Close CRM's Welcome Wizard, which can take you through a little demo of its own. Obviously, I'm giving you a demo from my point of view in building hundreds of Close CRM accounts for dozens and dozens of different industries. And I've done this all over the last 6 years now. Oh, 6 years, long time. I do know going into 2025, depending on which industry you selected when you sign up for a Close account, it'll actually give you a different demo environment when you first log in, which is super good if you have an industry that fits one of those pre-default demo environments they created. Like I know if you say you're in software, you'll get a Close account built with dummy data, as if it's a software sales pipeline. I think that's pretty neat. Like I said, in this video, you're going to get the click-by-click, the step-by-step. I'm going to cover 100% of every feature in here. This video will definitely be less than an hour. So if it's the one video you got to watch before making your determination, is this the right CRM for me, before you pull out hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to invest into a CRM, watch this one. You're going to know by the end of this video. On this example lead profile, let's start here. It's a Close CRM example lead profile. Up in the top left here, we have a company logo and we have a company name. We can edit this company name up here to be obviously whatever it wanted to be. We can integrate with Zapier, which I'll show you some cool stuff inside of there. And this can break down for a B2B environment or a B2C environment. The company can then have contacts underneath of it. Now, in Close CRM, a company, if you're in a B2B environment, a company is going to be a lead. Look at all these company names under the Leads tab. If we're on the Contacts tab here and we check out Dwight Schrute, we can see that he works at Dunder Mifflin. So Dunder Mifflin is the company or the lead inside of Close CRM, and then the contact is the people or stakeholders that work at the company. So when we look inside of a contact, we can see we can put in their phone details, their email details. We can add additional URL information, additional phone numbers, additional emails. We can set a primary email versus a non-primary email. We can set a contact as a primary contact. A hierarchy between leads and contacts is super important to understand inside of Close CRM. Now, stick with me here as we get into this About section. In our about section, we can have an address. In this case, for the business, we can have the URL, and we can have some general notes that we may want to put up in here. This is very customizable inside of Close. We can add more fields inside of here. We can add more fields down within custom fields, which will always live in that place on the lead profile. We can add more fields under a contact. So we can have custom fields within a lead. We can have custom fields within a contact. We can have custom fields within opportunities. Now, opportunities in Close CRM are going to be how you're going to follow the lead through the sales process. If you're looking to figure out how to better map your sales process, check out this video on your screen here, one of my very early ones where I'll cover that. But if we look inside of just the demo account provided here, we have a demo completed, a proposal sent, a contract sent, a won and lost. Maybe there are more steps to this sales process, like a booked demo, and booked demo would be an opportunity that we would add inside of here. And I love inside of Close CRM that we're going to have that Kanban style view to be able to drag and drop leads through a pipeline, looking at all of our statuses. We're able to annualize values or estimate what kind of value is in our pipeline if we're basing the value off of 100% close rates on a $500 opportunity has a $500 expected annualized value. All of this reporting built inside of Close CRM. And what I really love about Close CRM compared to other CRMs like Go High Level or HubSpot, specifically when it comes to sales, is I think those other tools just put too much software between the salesperson and the sales process. And salespeople have to think so much. They have to make so many different decisions throughout their day. They have to click so many different buttons. And the more we can remove that decision fatigue and those buttons from being clicked in their sales process, the more effective or efficient they might be able to be throughout their day. So additionally, on a lead profile, we have a task section here. We can assign tasks to ourselves. We can assign tasks to other team members. And that will bring me now to the inbox, which is where tasks would appear. And if I look inside of someone else's inbox, which you can do inside of Close CRM, very collaborative. I can see inside of all of my team members' inboxes. I love that from a leadership level, of course, because I can know exactly who is on top of their task, who isn't. In an inbox, you should never see above 20 tasks or 20 items really at the end of a day. If your inboxes are starting to climb above 20 items, you're just going to get too far behind. I want to say anytime I have maybe 50 items in my inbox, that's like an hour of dedicated work just to clear my inbox. And if you just build an account that's going to operate in the right way, you're going to find that your inbox should never be too big. And I'll show you what I mean by that when I get over to Smart Views here, which are one of my favorite features. In these inboxes, under the primary tab, we'll see everything. We're going to see emails, calls, tasks, reminders, text messages. But then obviously we can filter down by just emails, just missed calls, just missed text messages, just tasks, or reminders, which are like reminders on maybe an email that you sent or reminders on an opportunity that may be due. It's really simple to clear tasks from your inbox. You go into a lead profile here, and then just by selecting completing the task, it can be completed. It makes it really easy with Close CRM to be able to change task date, to be able to edit the task. They had a new lead profile update just prior to 2025, which removed a few clicks here and there, which I really, really like from an efficiency standpoint. One thing I want to call out is if you have tasks collapsed in this view here, and then you go to the next contact, or I'm sorry, the next lead, tasks will be collapsed over there. If you have opportunities collapsed here, it'll be collapsed over there. My point is leave everything open so it'll always be open across your profiles. Close also with that update came with some quick buttons, some quick clicks where I can go tomorrow, Tuesday, next Sunday, 2 weeks, 1 month, 3 months, instead of trying to do the math in my head and figure out where I'm going with the lead. Opportunities can be assigned to different contacts. So if you're in real estate and you're watching this, the opportunity lead contact hierarchy breakdown gets a little confusing. I've got a couple other step-by-step demos on this channel from last year on how I set up some real estate accounts, like wholesaling accounts. But yeah, you really want to pay attention to that hierarchy and how a contact talks to a lead record, which might be an address in your case in the world of real estate. And custom fields are what you think they are. They are fields that can be custom. You have different types. You've got lead owner types, user types, you've got number types, you've got URL types, you've got text types, you've got choice single select, choice multi-select types. Let me show you that under your custom fields right here inside of the settings. And once again, I said you can assign those to leads, which are those custom fields that lived on the lead profile. You can assign them to contacts, which are custom fields that live under the contact. You can assign them to opportunities, which are custom fields that live under an opportunity. If you want to create one custom field and share it across all of them, the share field button, it'll share across all of them. of them. And here are all of those field types that I mentioned. It's really important that if you're doing multiple choice questions and answers, maybe in an application, or someone is clicking a multiple choice answer, don't bring that in as a text field because it's going to be much harder to filter for that in the future. Bring it in as a drop-down single select field. It'll be much easier to filter for. If you're bringing in a date to close CRM, you can accept, I think, almost every formatting. I've never really had an issue if it was formatted improperly. Just make sure your time zones line up properly between maybe your Zapier, your calendar, and your closed CRM account. But if you're going to bring in a date, bring it into the date field. If you're going to bring in a multiple choice, bring it into a drop down. If you're going to bring it in as a text field and it is a free response field, bring it in as a text. If it's just a number that you want, make sure your field in your form type is a number only field and your field in closed CRM is a number only field. You will thank yourself so much when you're trying to create filters or build automations in the future. Back over to Dunder Mifflin. I think that takes care of everything on the left-hand side here. We have a files tab. You can attach files to contacts and lead profiles going into 2025. This was not a feature in all of 2024. So that's pretty cool. Now let's check out what else we have in this top bar. We can leave notes just like that. You have little features like bullet points, numbers, block quotes, strike throughs, underlines, bolds. You can take some pretty serious notes inside of here. And then what I love about notes is then they become searchable on a profile too. Forget I said anything there. That's not true. We can send emails inside of here. Of course we can. And inside of sending emails, we can send templates. Let's hop over to the template builder. Why don't we? We're going to go to manage templates. We have email templates, we have SMS templates, and we have snippets, which are like little shortcuts. An email template is probably like any other email builder or template builder you've seen before. You give the template a name. Close CRM doesn't have folders for smart views or templates or anything like that yet. So make sure you use really good naming conventions when you are naming your templates. This is your subject line. This is your body. And if you want to insert custom fields like what's up, contact, first name. Remember, a contact would be the contact's first name. If you tried to do lead, that would be the business if you're setting up in a B2B environment. So make sure you know the difference between a lead and a contact inside of closed CRM. Unsubscribe links we can add, and check out this feature going into 2025. The share with organization toggle is turned on by default. That's my first time seeing that, but that was definitely not the case before, and that saves some clicks and some headaches in the future when you're trying to build some workflows. So cool. Share with organization means you're going to share it across to everyone. Obviously, if you built this template for just yourself as a sales rep, you don't want to have that toggled on. I think templates for sales teams should be built thinking about every other sales rep. So if you're going to sign off with it's user, we would do user. That would be the user saying it's user first name, and I want to say hi. If I had this shared with organization, I had anyone in the ecosystem use it, they would be able to use it. So that's email templates, that's SMS templates, and SMS templates, same thing. Share with organization, not toggled on automatically over here. Why? I don't know. But maybe you believe me now that it's new. Snippets. What is a snippet? If I name a snippet, and I put in the body, and I do share with organization, why not? Not toggled on, that's okay. And I go to send a message, or I go to leave a note, because I don't have A2P. And I have my snippet. That's how I can insert that. And I can use that with just this little backslash here to get it in there quicker, you know? And you can obviously do that for longer things more than just one word. A2P, what the heck is that? Depending on when you're watching this right now, you need to go fill out your A2P. Go to settings. You're going to go to phone and voicemail. Underneath there, you're going to see A2P 10 DLC, application to person. This allows you to use automations and workflows inside of Closed CRM and send people text messages. You don't need A2P to make a phone call. Closed CRM makes it really easy to fill out your A2P. They're going to tell you exactly what you need to do and exactly what you need to say. And if you just follow their instructions, you're more than likely to get approved. That is, if you have a business that doesn't qualify for A2P, like you sell tobacco or you sell marijuana or you work in gambling. And depending on when you fill this out will determine how long it takes to get approved. And I've seen some approval times take 2 weeks, and maybe you won't get it right the first time. So definitely fill it out right now, or you're not going to be able to text. And if you're coming to close really trying to speed things up and get to it quick, then get to it quick. This is part of that process. I think they charge you $15 to set it up and something else. So boom, can't send a text message in Closed CRM without giving them your credit card. Or can you? How can you send text from Closed CRM without having A2P? Let's talk about that. There is a new tool. It is called sendblue.com. Sendblue.com lets you integrate iMessage with CRM. Integrating iMessage with CRM is pretty freaking crazy. SendBlue offers a Chrome extension that recognizes when a phone number is on any screen in a URL, and it allows you to access the SendBlue dashboard in order to call and text leads from an iPhone. What does that mean for you? Well, when you sign up for Close CRM and you fill out ATP and you get assigned a phone number, that phone number isn't attached to like a real phone. It's like a virtual phone. It's in an application. It's in a cloud world in fairyland. When you use that phone number to send people text messages, it's going to show green. They're going to send as SMS. SMS does not equal iMessage. SMS bubbles are green. The first SMS you send to a new lead under all these regulations has to include reply stop to opt out language. And you see exponentially lower reply rates with SMS integrated. What SendBlue does is it has a warehouse in New York with thousands of iPhones sitting on shelves. Those iPhones are actually accessed virtually through the SendBlue platform, and you can use them to build automations and integrate with CRM. What's cool about a blue bubble, this is what the SendBlue dashboard looks like, but all of this information also APIs back into a CRM like Close CRM. And inside of here, not only can you send blue bubbles, but you can send videos, you can send voice messages, you can even use 11 Labs to send AI voice messages. Now, I'm all over the place here, but we actually like to use at SendBlue the Go High Level Automation Builder because it's very badass. And if you have a sub account through SendBlue, you can just get it for free. So it's kind of like using Zapier, but you're building inside of the automation workflow builder inside of GHL. Now, if you go to sendblue.com and you request a demo, you're going to see a tool here called iClosed. Trust me, all of this matters to the Close CRM demo I'm giving you right now. This is the bonus stuff, the really cool stuff that you can do with Close. So if we go and we opt in inside of SendBlue's website to request a demo, and depending on when you're watching this, you're going to get this same thing. And I go Sam, I go Queen, boom. iClosed captured that information. Believe it or not, when I put in my phone number at the top here, and then all of these other fields populated. Now, if you know anything about conversion rate optimization or want to know something, if you just had this to request a demo, that would be way too much information for someone to put in, and we would get way less demos. But the first embed, where it just shows phone number and name, is a hack to get more leads. This scheduler is called iClosed. I'm going to log inside of my dashboard inside of there right now, and we'll see on my global data tab that I've got that new contact, Sam Queen, sitting right at the top. Now, iClosed is a calendar tool. I think it's much more than that. The SendBlue Chrome extension can also recognize information on this screen, which allows then this to kind of have like a dialer built in, which is pretty cool. And the analytics of this scheduling tool are absolutely insane. I can't believe they just call this a scheduling tool. It even gives you information breaking down, if you have application questions, who answered what percentage, and then how did those answers, if someone uses Go High Level versus using HubSpot, how does that result in their close rate and impact their close rate? Or how does someone on Go High Level have their close rate impacted by this sales rep versus this sales rep? All of that you can do inside of this scheduling tool. I used to be a Once Hub fan. Schedule Once, thank you so much for your service. Used you over the last 6 years. Loved you so much. But now I'm all about iClosed. iClosed has the sauce. It's everything I've wanted in a scheduling tool when it comes to creating events and reports and automations. For SendBlue, we use Zapier to then take those qualified or potential triggers from iClosed, send them to Close CRM. And if you hang with me here, I'm going to show you what all of that looks like inside of a Close account. That automation, when you opt in, is going to create a contact inside of GHL. It is going to wait a little natural delay to send an SMS. Hey, contact first name. This is Alex with SendBlue. It's going to delay again, I think like 1 second, 5 seconds. I can send you a demo here, yeah? You're noticing we have send iMessage steps inside of here. It's because inside of Go High Level, you can use iMessage action steps with SendBlue in their workflow builder. If you use HubSpot, it also natively integrates, but SendBlue does not integrate into the workflow tab of Close CRM, which I'll touch on here shortly. The specific automation for SendBlue, when you opt in, is going to wait for a reply. And when you reply to one of those steps, it's then going to send you a voice message and a video, as I showed you in the SendBlue dashboard. Pretty cool, because blue bubbles will get you higher response rates. On the topic of workflows, let's check them out inside of closed CRM. Looks like it comes with a couple default ones, but if we go new workflow here, remember naming conventions, because there's no folders yet in 2025. Our triggers are a little weak inside of closed CRM. As far as the workflow builder, I'm hoping 2025 is going to be a big year for it. With that being said, the workflow builder compared to where it was at the beginning of 2024, awesome. So I know closed CRM is very agile and implements feedback very, very, very fast. Prior to finding SendBlue, all I ever used was the closed CRM workflow builder, but can't do it with my iMessage. And iMessage is such a hack that I wouldn't use anything else. So our triggers can be either manual through Zapier, or our triggers can be automated, like a lead status changing, and you can break that down with other filters. And I'll get into filters here when I talk about smart views themselves. Our action steps can be sending an email, making a phone call, sending an SMS, assigning a user, creating a task, or updating a lead status. A lead status I didn't talk about on a profile, but a lead status is that 30,000 foot overview. What is the lead's relationship to the company, to the sales process? And you'll notice when you sign up for closed CRM, you don't get that many lead statuses as options, because there shouldn't be that many lead statuses in your account. Don't get carried away here. There's better ways to break things down. If you want to see better ways to break things down and actually building accounts, check out any of these step-by-steps on my screen here. Be careful when it comes to saving your workflows, because if you don't, you'll lose where you're at. So we're going to add a step. We're going to add a phone call step. You can make them either required or optional. Required steps the sales rep must do for the next step to continue on. Optional steps can come with allow how many days you want to go by without completing the action. If someone doesn't make a call within 1 day, go to the next step. I always like to do optional, because if your sales rep's out or not good on their process, we can at least let the rest of the workflow roll. What's better than that is just having sales reps that are really disciplined in their process. I recommend that way more. And setting the right expectations with them works really well. We can assign who we want to this step to actually go from or be assigned to, and then we can continue to build these steps on top of each other. Adding delays for either hours or days between each step. You can't do minutes. Wish you could do minutes. Maybe that'll be a feature this year. For those emails and texts that you want to be sending, you select from the templates that you made previously. And for emails, you can decide if you want them to send as a new thread. So instead of first email, second email in the same thread, it would be first email, all their other emails in their inbox, second email. That would be a different thread. The goal part of workflows is how you're going to turn a workflow off. In this case, it's set to default incoming email, incoming SMS, or incoming call will turn a workflow off. What it doesn't account for is when you make a phone call and they pick up, you have to manually turn a workflow off, because an outbound phone call connected does not count. So just a little something to remember. It's probably going to happen to you. Happens to me all the time. Communication schedule is going to be when you want to actually be sending the workflow between Sunday to Saturday, any time window, and then your time zone that you want to fall back to. Close does recognize the customer's time zone and then tries to send it in their customer time zone. If you want some heat on some of my favorite workflows inside of closed CRM, check out this video on your screen here. Or depending on when you're watching this, I bet I got a new one of those. So if I got a new one of those, go find the new one. It'll have 2025 in the title. So if I got a new one of those, go find that one. But do that when you're done this video. Back to a lead profile. This is where we make phone calls from. If we want to log a call, we can do that. Logging a call is nice if you take a phone call somewhere else and you still want it to make its way inside of closed CRM. You can log the notes with the call and how long you were on the call, and then it'll still show up in your reporting metrics, which is nice. And then the final thing at the top here is you have your activity, and these custom activities are the backbone, in my opinion, of a closed account. Let's actually hop into a different one and let me show you why they are the backbone. So if I start clicking into leads inside of this account, I can see there's a 01 new activity, date activity 0105, January 5th today, new TikTok lead. I've got some information about where the lead came from over here on TikTok. Let's go to another lead. I can see another TikTok lead. I'm telling a story. Look at this lead. I can see they were a TikTok lead on 0103. We had some text messages back and forth on our iPhones with the SendBlue. They then booked a call with Alex for the 6th. They booked it on the 3rd. They booked it from the website. That brought in some other information from that application process on the SendBlue website to those custom fields, which we could filter for if we wanted to. We can then see a call actually taking place and the call recording. That happens still on the iPhone's lines, and the call recordings make their way back into closed CRM. And it looks like that was being done by Isaac on the team, who then took some notes about the conversation ahead of Alex's call. We can see he's in a demo book stage. It's a qualified lead. I've got the URL to his website. I've got is contact information over here under the contacts tab. This is a very clean process that tells a good story about all the communication, about all the steps. So that's what custom activities are. Custom activities are the steps of a sales process. Now, I'm inside of SendBlue's account right now. This sales process is new activity. People that go on the website, a TikTok ad, a Facebook ad. You can see we break that down then by an activity type. So if I want to filter for only TikTok leads, only Facebook leads, I'm able to do that. A contact made if we're outbounding in this free-for-all smart view where a sales rep can come in here and just rip a power dialer with closed CRM. Power dialer allows you to call one lead after the other. Boom, 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 boom. Predictive dialer, if you have more than one sales rep calling in the same smart view, which is this bucket of leads at the same time, you can actually call it a higher multiple than one-to-one. You could call 2 leads at one time, 3 leads at one time, and you should be able to hit some serious numbers with closed CRM's dialer if you're using a predictive dialer. You should be able to do 300 calls a day, 400 calls a day, 500 calls a day if your only job is to sit inside the dialer. Then we see a demo call booked, a demo call not completed, a demo call completed. I'm asking for certain information inside of these custom activities, which are just forms. Think of them as forms in order to tell the story of the sales process so I can then go build beautiful smart views for my sales process or process checks. Like, check this out here. I've got all of the leads in this account who are in the opportunity pipeline of a 7-day ghost. And that's someone that's been ghosting us for 7 days now. I've got the same for my 3-day ghosts. How these smart views are made is on this leads tab and add filter. You could then filter by things like, let's see, our TikTok campaign name. Is it present? There's all of our TikTok leads, 346 of them. We can go by Facebook. Is a Facebook campaign name present? Boom, there's all of our Facebook leads, 23 of them. Let's see, have we ever had a lead that has opted in on TikTok and on Facebook? That would be crazy. So TikTok is present, Facebook is present. 1 lead, oh my gosh, look at that. I guess that's not that crazy. Oh, wait a second, I definitely thought there was going to be 0 leads, but look at that. And it tells the story inside of the CRM. They became a TikTok lead on 12/21, and they became a Facebook lead on January 5th, which is the day today that I'm filming this video. So we have had someone opt in on TikTok and Facebook, and this has got to be probably a high quality lead, at least someone that's interested in the product. Huh. That was pretty funny. Let's see all of our TikTok leads that have booked a call. So we'll go TikTok is present, and we'll go the demo booked custom activity exists. Look at that. Here's 45 leads that have booked a call from TikTok. So you're seeing that you can build these smart views, save them. I then recommend you use emojis to make them pretty like you see over here. You use numbers. That way when you share them with everyone, you can have all of your users, be able to organize them in the same way. This is a work in progress. This specific account's very new. But you can see if you bring data into closed CRM the right way, you can then create some really cool filters and reporting and do anything you want from beyond them. Let's see where we're at. We've hit on the inbox. We've hit on opportunities. We've hit on leads, contacts, workflows, conversations. Cool update in 2024. Every single call that takes place inside of closed CRM, you're going to be able to listen to, read the summaries of right on the conversations tab. Important when you sign up for closed CRM, turn on your call recording. Don't forget to do that. Turn on your call recording. It might not let me do that because I don't have a phone number in here, but turn on your call recording. Everyone should have it on. And then those transcripts will come into that conversations profile. When it comes to your plan, it looks like it's toggled on automatically, $50 a month. Call assistant, need that toggled on to get those AI transcripts, 2 cents a minute. I don't know, whatever it is, turn it on. It's worth it. If you're signing up for close and you're not sure what plan to use, I always recommend the enterprise. It gets you more than 5 custom activity types. And if you have less than 5 steps to your sales process, professional is totally going to be good for you. If you got more, I recommend going with enterprise, custom roles, user groups, call coaching. I don't see too many people really ever using the startup plan. If you're taking advantage of any features in close, you're definitely at least on the professional plan, most likely on the enterprise. That's what we like. And then our reports tab. This is the main reporting tab where you can filter by a date. You can filter and compare to the same date range in the previous year, previous month. You can filter by a specific smart view that you have. If you only want to see numbers and metrics that have to do with a specific smart view of leads, you can filter by a specific user. Leaderboard will stack up with all of the members on your team in a leaderboard. I like that. You can see across everyone. Adding tiles, if you want to add a count of those custom activities, like a count of demo calls completed, completed. You could do that, right? Now you're going to get an idea of how many calls were completed this week, or how many calls have we made today? This many? One click. Let's see all the calls that we made today. Here they are. Boom. Black arrow down in the bottom right. Freaking love it. Go to the next lead just like that. One click. Activity comparison is going to give you all the sales reps in order, and then you can add whatever columns, same thing, whatever tiles that you want, and filter by the same metrics. So same but different, because you're going to be able to see all of your team members stacked on top of each other. Opportunity funnels is going to show you how leads are flowing through the opportunity pipeline. Don't really ever use it because it breaks if a lead skips a pipeline stage. So hopefully maybe Close will give some more updates to this in 2025, but you don't really need it. So I guess it doesn't matter. I never use it, never need it. I've had plenty of success on it. Status changes is going to show you how statuses are changing and moving throughout the ecosystem. And what I love about Close is all of these numbers are clickable. You can actually see who the leads are and where they are in the sales process. The Explorer tab is a really, really cool one. Let me hop inside of another account again. Boom! I've graphed leads over time by date created, all time. Here's the leads and the growth, and you see what days we get them. And if I want to show the leads on a certain day, I go show the leads on a certain day, and I go see all the leads. Really love the Explorer tab. You only get it if you use the enterprise plan though. You gotta be on enterprise. Sent email is gonna be an email report for you. It's gonna show you all the emails by template, by user. You can filter by date range. And then if you want to see who sent them, where they got sent, you click into it. We've covered reports. We've covered smart views. Let's hop into the settings now, because I'm sure there's some things I want to cover in here. Nothing on account, nothing on memberships, nothing in general. Team management, you can create user groups. So I can have a group of setters, and I could assign who I want in the group of setters. I can have a group of closers. I could assign who I want in the group of closers. And then you can do reporting or round robin leads based off of setters or closers. Roles and permissions, if you want people to not be able to do certain things, you can create custom roles and permissions, save them, assign them when you invite them. Custom activities we covered, fields we covered. Custom objects are like an activity or field, but it doesn't really fit into one of those. I rarely see someone using these. It usually is used if like your hierarchy or your lead structure is a little weird inside of Closed CRM. If you feel like nothing fits in, maybe it fits in a custom object. If you're not sure, email their support team, support@close.com. Share fields, don't need anything there. Integration links, these are pretty cool. So if I go to a contact, you see there's a LinkedIn search one already set up. If I go to a contact, I go to Michael Scott, I click these three dots. I do LinkedIn search. It's going to go look up Michael Scott on LinkedIn. I'm not logged in my tab right here, but that's exactly what it would do. So those are pretty cool. Statuses and pipelines is where you change your lead statuses and your pipelines. Don't fill these up with too much. Don't make them too crowded. I really like the standard statuses that Close CRM honestly comes loaded with. So just be careful here and check out any of my step-by-step videos if you want some better practices there. But a status is a 30,000 foot overview. An opportunity status is more of like 1,000 foot overview. Custom activities, more like 100 foot overview, because you get really granular with the data that we put in there. Phone and voicemail, you can create group numbers and assign multiple team members to one group number. So when people call inbound, it can ring everyone on the team. Personal number, where you add personal number, you can get different area codes and pay like an extra $1 per number. This is where you request the area code. And then if you want to call different states, different area codes, you can toggle between them. So that's pretty cool. Voicemail drop, if you're power dialing and you want to drop voicemails on people, you can leave a pre-recorded one. Just make sure you don't say anything personal about the person, because obviously it's recorded, it's a template, and make sure you wait for the tone. So it says leave a message after the beep, beep, boom, then hit the voicemail drop or it'll get cut off. Dialer, abandonment message. If you're doing predictive dialing, then you need an abandonment message. That is if you call multiple people at one time and two people pick up, one person talks to you, the other person gets this message, you'll be forced to set it up. If you set up the abandonment message, this is where you do an email signature, secret address. If you want to CC something from somewhere else and have it come into a closed profile, you can do that. Template snippets. We talked about send as. If you want to add other accounts in here to be able to email as other people, you can do that, or email on behalf of someone else, you can do that. Check out all of Close CRM's integrations over here. Zapier is the one obviously I use best. Other than that, all of the native integrations aren't that great. Calendly one's okay. All these are okay. Everything native integration wise is okay. Zapier, if you really want to get custom with Close CRM, Zapier is where you hang out at. Accounts and apps, if I had my Gmail connected here, you would see that. Developer, this is where you create API keys. So when you go to set up Zaps for Close CRM, you'll need an API key. You'll create it here. Plan, we talked about the plans I recommend, and usage. This shows you how you correlate from your plan to where you're at and actually using the accounts. All right, as promised, I'm pretty sure I clicked on every single button inside of Closed CRM. It's January 5th, 2025, beginning of the year. You just got a full Closed CRM demo. If you want to see more, definitely subscribe to this channel. I'll be making more content on my favorite sales CRM. And if you want to talk with someone like me, or you want to talk with me, link down in the description so you can book a call. Cheers.